like an Aquaman.
Yeah.
So I just kept waiting for these sharks to fly away, like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like the dolphins.
Yes,
thanks for all the fish
yeah.
flying away. But that's just, I don't know. I had that thought, and I don't think we had explored it enough. But Paige, I think you're right. They have some shark language or telepathy that they're using to communicate, which makes me even more curious about this movie. It makes me want to watch it again to see any instances of that, if there is.
Okay, so one of the main criticisms I find for the film, and for this scene in general, is surely when she chucks the cable into the shark, into the water, she would die, Carter and Preach would die, everyone would die because they're all in the water. And I tried to work out, we understand this film is perfect, so this cannot be true. There must be some kind of reasoning behind how this doesn't happen, how they all survive. And I think I've worked something out. So, I by trade, I'm an engineer. I work for an electronics company, so I've consulted other electronics engineers today to discuss this. But do not take any of this as fact. This is all speculation. Do not try any of this at home. Listeners, stop it. Mark, I know you like to try some of these things out, but don't go getting in a swimming pool and chugging in a live wire. I know you. Don't do it.
If a shark attacks me in my home, I will be very careful with electricity.
Please do, yes, and remain fully clothed. Electricity generally likes to take the shortest route to the ground. So when she chucks that cable into the shark's mouth, it's going to go through the shark. The shark is flailing around. All the shark needs to do is flail into something that is metal, or that is very closely connected to something metal. Like pipes. There's a lot of pipes in this place. We don't see a full map of the floor of Susan's room, so I reckon there's a pipe or a beam or something down there. So all it needs to do is touch that, and the electricity goes straight down, through the pipe, down to the ground, down to the seabed. And even if that doesn't happen, electricity doesn't tend to go deep into the water. It stays like on the surface. That's like when lightning strikes a lake, all the fish in that lake don't die. Any fish that are close to the surface, they die. But anything deeper than a foot or so is fine. So
it's tragic.
It is. It's not a happy thing, but it's better than all of the fish in the lake dying. So
fair.
Anyone who is like deep in the water or barely in the water, they're going to be fine. It's if you're just right on the surface, then you're in trouble. So Susan, not in the water. She's okay. Carter and Preach at this moment, not in the water. They're fine too. The whole Aquatica is mostly concrete. That's a very good insulator. So everything's fine. It's just the shark. Water goes into the shark. Shark is touching something metal. Gone. There we go. Solve the film.
Wow.
Don't try this at home. So, please.
Yeah, it just got electrocuted. It didn't conduct in anything else.
Yeah, and the cable, somewhere in there it's going to trip a fuse. Somewhere in Aquatica. That's where the cable stops sparking. And the shark is dead at this point. And then we don't see it, but a very, very brave shot of Susan getting off of the table and back into the water, where she's now like, okay, that electricity is not sparking anymore, but I'm just gonna, maybe there's some residual electricity in there. She's got to very gingerly get off the table at some point, and I'm kind of annoyed they cut that. I want to just see the sheer panic on her face, where this is going to be her last step into the water. But hey, she survived. It's fine.
Do you think Harlan pigeonholed himself a little bit because he wanted to pattern the kills after Jaws? So we've already had a shark get exploded, and so then he needed to blow up 2 sharks, and then he wanted to electrocute another one. So he probably didn't want to do a boring electrocution at the end. He wanted to blow that thing up with a comically large explosion. So they're stuck in this room, and he's like, well, we have to electrocute it somehow. I don't know. That seems he seemed very excited about getting the shark in a room. Like he wanted to have a room shark, but then they didn't fully figure out how to electrocute it, I guess. He said there were spears and other things involved. Do you think he pigeonholed him? Could there have been a more interesting kill here?
Well, you said room shark. I mean, didn't we already kind of have that with the LL Cool J in the oven?
Yeah. Kitchen shark.
Yeah.
Kitchen shark.
Yeah, I mean, Rennie Harlan just wanted to have sharks in unexpected places, so this is his shark in a bedroom, and he wants to make a big scene out of it.
And give children nightmares. Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, I like this. I like this death, personally. I think it's a great... It's something we haven't seen before. I mean, you say that a shark is electrocuted in Jaws 3. I haven't seen Jaws 3, so I can't verify that. It sounds about right.
In the second one, it bites on the cable when Brody's like, come here, and it comes and just swims at him and bites a cable.
I bet you remember Jaws 2.
And this actually harkens back a little bit to Jaws 4, where she spears a shark. The shark's... I feel like the shark in Jaws The Revenge kind of kills itself a little bit because it swims right into the mast and gets speared. Well, that's the mast. I don't know, the front of it, whatever it's called, and spears itself. So in this one's like a combination. It just jumps, bow. I don't know what it is, the front of the boat. And so this one, it just sort of lunges in a straight line into electricity. So it's a direct callback to 2 and 4. So I guess it's more effective than, I give it credit for. Not like everything surrounding it, but it's a nice homage to Jaws, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes me want to watch Crawl again, actually. Oh, have you seen Crawl, Paige?
Oh, yeah. I've seen Crawl.
What do you think?
I liked it. I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
It's in my top
bathroom alligator.
I thought it was fun. Yeah. I thought it was fun.
The overhead shots, like the bathroom alligator. Oh.
And you don't really get like movies like that anymore, so it was really enjoyable.
$13 million budget. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
I think I've said it before, but if they're ever going to remake Deep Blue Sea, give it to Alexandre Aja.
Oh.
He's the best person I can think of to do it. Don't do it, obviously. Don't need to, it's perfect. But if anyone were to do it, give it to him.
I mean, he's proved his water credentials with Piranha 3D and Crawl. And Not the Hills Have Eyes. That's a very arid movie. He has range. Yeah. And he produced a movie in a parking garage, P2. They should do sharks in a parking garage.
It's the only logical progression.
Because there are underground parking garages. Harlan does know how to frame, like, there's some pretty good suspense in this scene. I mean, where she's walking, like, he makes sure to go back and film her feet. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
How Harlan has a foot fetish. And he admitted to it, which is interesting. But then he like, she's stumbling on tables, she's missing. Like, I think he does a good job of capturing the initial, I mean, it's a shock. I never once in this movie thought a shark was in that room. So it's just another surprise that he adds on top of Whitlock's death, where he gets carried all over the place. Russell Franklin getting killed. Like, you knew Skoggs was getting gogged.
Everyone knew Scoggins was getting gogged.
Yeah. But yeah, this one, I don't know. Did you even expect a shark to be in this room?
No.
No, not at all. And just that, when the fake shark is creeping up behind her, with that coupled with that like music, oh my god, your heart rate just goes up like 1,000%.
It is proper Jaws music when that twin shark appears. And then she even get a little smile from Susan, like when she realizes, oh, it was the model. You get a little like, oh, silly me. And then, oh no, it's the real shark.
That's a great gag though. It's a double whammy.
Yeah.
It made me happy. And that made me think of other electrocution scenes in movies. And it kind of started reminding me of how much Gremlins has in common with Deep Blue Sea.
They're both Christmas films.
Yeah, but like super smart creatures, right? Like these gremlins know how to work machinery within seconds of being spawned. But then there's a kitchen fight. That's brutal. The mom defeats the gremlins, and then the gremlins get electrocuted in the second one. So, like, this is, I don't know. I just love gremlins and wanted to bring it up.
We're missing a scene of the sharks watching Snow White.
Yeah. That'd be fun. Oh, man. Well, the sharks do watch TV, right? Didn't we establish that?
Yep. What's their favorite film, other than Shark Tale?
Okay, so it's 99.
Yes.
They have to catch whatever's on TV at the Aquatica. So, I mean, people stay there. So there could be VHS players or whatever's on TV. So
reruns of Lucy.
And Gilligan's Island?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Power Rangers. I'm thinking Waterworld.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
How often is Waterworld going to be on TV?
Yes, that's what I wanted. Thank you for that. Oh, my God. I wish that was a response to all my jokes. That'd be so awesome. Thank you for that. That made my day. No, you don't think they'd like Waterworld?
I think they
Hard
would.
Rain?
I think they'd like them both.
No, I think they'd love it.
It's just how often are they going to get exposure to that?
I'm trying to think of what would be on TV in '99, like on the USA channel.
Temple of
Armageddon
Doom.
reruns.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of Armageddon. That was always on.
Yeah, it was.
Like FX and TNT, just 24 miles. Yeah. All right. So Armageddon. I think do you think these sharks, like, there's no AMC yet, so they're not watching indie movies. Like, they're not watching 400 Blows.
I reckon they're going to like Survivor. It's a couple of years old at that point. So they've got the first couple of seasons. Yeah.
Seventh Seal, they learn how to play chess. Imagine that.
Does a shark speak Swedish?
Oh, I get it. And they're watching it because it's called Seventh Seal. Ahaha, get it?
Yeah, they don't talk in English. They talk in Swedish. They learned it from.
Yeah, they understand that too.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he films it, it's very visual. So they can't really hear it unless they play it really loud. They probably go hang out by Preacher's Kitchen to listen to music.
I don't think they can be that big fans of Ingmar Bergman, otherwise they'd recognize Jim.
Yeah, that's great. Wow. Imagine that. I love doing that Bergman picture. And then Whitlock's like, what?
What were we talking about?
Deep Blue Sea, chapter 26.
Scars?
Yeah.
Wow.
What the sharks would watch on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that'd be funny if the shark was just on, like the TV was on Susan's room when she came in. She's like, why is that on? You know, the shark got caught.
See,
That's why the shark attacked?
I just outed myself because Stellan Skarsgård was never in an Ingmar Bergman film.
Yeah, you're thinking,
I'm thinking Lars von Trier.
Yeah, Lars von Trier.
I
love him in Dogville. What a great set.
Yeah.
Very good minimalist production design.
I'm thinking
opposite of
Breaking the
Rennie
Waves.
Yeah, oh gosh, Breaking the Waves.
That's the only von Trier film he'd been in before 99. Damn.
man.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Bergman. Yeah, that's pretty... You had me on that one, but I just went with it.
Well, I didn't know. Oh, well.
And also, we were talking about this scene. You know what I like most about this movie? And like, I grew up watching Jaws. There wasn't much of the shark. I would have loved to have watched Deep Blue Sea growing up because there's so much shark in this movie. And during this scene, in all caps, I just wrote lots of shark. Like that shark is thrashing all over the place, right? Like they didn't go cheap on this shark attack in this scene. Walt Conte, the guy who made Free Willy and Anaconda, he made his money on this scene. It looks great, I think.
Yeah.
All of the sharks look great. Like even like I'm sounding like this movie is like a million years old, but like for a 21-year-old movie, it's a lot better than a lot of, low budget B movie like shark movies, that you've seen recently.
And that's why I miss movies like this, right? Like 60, 70, $80 million R-rated weird flicks like Deep Rising, like movies like Lake Placid, Anaconda. They don't really make those anymore. They do, but they make them for about $6.
And it comes up often, but I think the sharks in this are a lot better than the snake in Anaconda. I think there are some scenes where that snake is really ropey. And yeah, there are some scenes where the sharks aren't perfect, but when the sharks are great, they're better than anything in Anaconda.
Paige, have you watched Anaconda?
I have not. I've probably seen like bits of it when I was younger, but I haven't actually sat down and watched the whole thing.
It is worth watching for John Voight alone.
Yeah, John Voight's performance.
All right. Duly noted. One creature feature that I do like, that I watched a lot when I was younger, was Komodo. I don't know if I loved that one. That one scared the crap out of me.
I'm adding it to the list of ones I need to see.
Killer Komodo dragons that are like big enough to like eat people. It's like insane. It's fun. It's like Lake Placid kind of fun.
Oh, is Betty White in it?
No.
Well, that's 99 as well.
I forgot who's in it.
Billy Burke's in it from Twilight fame.
Oh, wonderful.
That's a weird pull.
Yeah.
So, Paige, what are your 3 favorite shark movies? And why are they all 3 Deep Blue Sea?
Well, I mean, I'd have to be cast off the face of the earth if I didn't say Jaws and Deep Blue Sea. God, top 3. I really, really liked 47 Meters Down. I thought that was a really, really good one.
Have you watched that yet, Jay?
Not yet, no. I'm really behind on all of the shark films.
It's good fun, and it's genuinely like terrifying.
That flare scene.
As someone that's like scared of drowning.
That flare scene, huh? When they're going up in the
Oh man, yeah.
Have you seen the sequel?
I have not yet. I have it, like, I want to see it. I have to find the time to like sit down and watch movies right now.
Cave sharks.
Blind
cave sharks. Okay.
Blind cave sharks. Great whites. I don't know how they eat because there's nothing else in there and they're blind. But they're gigantic and they have they're like albino, scarred up, blind great whites.
So like The Descent, but underwater?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a pretty interesting day when I learned, I thought about that. Like I was walking around and this is an interesting day for me. That's weird. But yeah, I thought like, hey, that's like, the reason I like this movie so much is it's The Descent with sharks. It's like perfect. It made me you nailed it. Yep. Descent with sharks. Yep. There's no spelunkers. Oh, well, Are they If you're